Good morning, guys. So today I'll just be adding to my paint collection. So I want to create something as simple as this with Flutter. But I won't. Of course, I won't have the background music. I will just try to create this, and we are done. Okay. So first off, I will use my extension, my color picker extension, and find the color for this. So that is RGB 283032, right? So RGB 283032. Okay. Let me move over here. Earth Moon collection. So I'll go to my main. That's under loop. Loop here. Okay, so I'll just add this and then I'll call it Earth Moon. Okay, some Earth Moon is going to go to some Earth Moon. Good. So if I click on it, okay, I need my divider. Okay, I need my divider here. So if I click on Sun, Earth, Moon, this is what I will have. But for now, I'm going to change it. My background color will be colors dots from color dot from arrow. So this is one. Remember, this is, let me check it again. Color, I drop color picker. So this is 35, 35, 35, right? So I have 35, 35, 35. Good. So this is it. That's the background color, right? Let me see. The color is meant to, or is this not Sun, Earth, Moon? Is it? Okay, rather this is 255. You know, the highest value of it is 255, not 1. So this is 255, 35, 35, right? So that's how you can use your color picker. That's just an extension. Then for the body, I need this circle. Here. So here now, I will just, everything will be custom paint. So I'll remove this size. Okay, I'll remove this card here. I'll remove this card, right? And then I'll put my custom paint, right? Good. So I would first draw my, let me draw my planetary system class. Planetary system. Okay, it's going to extend custom painter, right? And then I'll use this to create the missing two classes, two methods, right? I will set here to true. Good. So for here, you know, I've already given this my custom paint a size. Let's make it 300 by 300. If I don't want to do this, I can go ahead and do size 300. This is the same thing as this. This now is the same thing as what I had before. So I can do this, or I can go the other way. So for my custom paint, I need to draw this round. So here I will just go var paint. It's going to be a paint. It's going to be paint, right? Then I'll color it dot color. The color is going to be colors dot gray. Colors dot gray, right? The color is going to be this is sun part. Okay, that's earth part. Let's call it earth part, right? This is the earth part, right? So this is it here, the earth part. That's the part that the earth follows. Okay, so or rather let's call it earth part paint. Choosing variables is one of the hardest things, right? Choosing what you use for your commit messages is also one of the hardest things. But I'll call it earth part paint. That is this big circle here. So let's draw it. So we'll have canvas.draw circle. The offset is going to be, if you look at this now, you can see that the center here, right? You have that this is a square shape. It moves on the x-axis like this and moves on the y-axis like this. This is the center and this is the radius, right? So we are going to make the offset dot 0, and then the radius is going to be size dot width minus, let's give it minus 100, and then the paint is going to be earth part paint, right? Good. Okay, it's not showing. Why is it not showing? Let's make the stroke width to be 10. Let's see. It's not still showing. Okay. Why is not? Let me offset size dot width over 2, size dot height over 2. Okay, it's still not showing. Right, are we doing something wrong? Wait, before that, let me wrap this thing in a size box. Give it a width of 300 and a height of 300. Oh, right. I'm not putting my painter. My painter is going to be the planetary system. Okay, good. So now I can safely remove this, right? I can remove that. I think it's too big. Let's make this thing 200 by 200. Good. But the fill style, the style is going to be paint style dot stroke, because we want it to be thin. Let's reduce our stroke width to like 2. Okay, let's make it 1, right? I think we can make it 0.5 too. Good. So we have our part that this will follow. Now you can see that, let's see if I made this thing dot 0. Good. So the reason why this offset should be size dot width over 2 and size dot height over 2, that will be where the center of the circle will start from. Let me show you what I mean. So if I go to my sketchpad, dot sketchpad, why is it not coming out? If I go to sketchpad and I will sketch this, so you have a shape like this. This is the boundaries of your paint. Remember, the boundary is 200 by 200, right? So if you want to draw a circle, to be at the middle, you're going to target the center of the circle where it will be positioned. So if you put the center of your circle at the center of this particular box, let's say the center is somewhere here. If you point here to your center, then the circle is going to start from, like, the circles is going to be fixed at that center. So anywhere this your offset is, this offset here is the center of your circle. And using, you know that this position now, if this is 200, this is, remember that this height is 200, this width is also 200. That means we have 200 like this place is also 200, right? Now you want to get the center of this place. From here to here is half of the width, and from here to here is half of the height. So that is why I used size dot width over 2, size dot height over 2 to get the center of this circle, right? So we've gotten the center. Good. So the next thing we need to do now is, let's see the image again. We need to draw this yellow star, this yellow sun that is shining brightly in the middle. Good. So for that, we'll put our sun. Let's recreate this and call it sun paint. Sun paint. So the color, of course, will be yellow. The color will be yellow. The stroke width will be filled. Okay, you don't need to even put a stroke width, because you don't need to put a stroke style, because by default the stroke style is fill. That's this stroke style by default is fill, and we want this circle to fill up everywhere. So the same way we'll draw our circle. The same thing, the width is going to be the width of this. Let's give it like, sorry, the radius here now, the radius here will be like this. So let's give it like 50, right? Let's give it like 50. And what are we painting? The sun paint. So we can just do the sun paint. Good. It's too big. Let's make it 25. Right. So you see now, we can even as well use our color picker and check the color of this place. So we can see it is 2472489. Good. So we can do color dot from 255. We have 2472489. Good. You see, that is the yellow color too. So if you don't want to use colors dot yellow, you want to make sure you use the exact color of this, you can use this. There's another property of this dot image filter. I'll be color filter is equal to color filter dot linear sigma. There is, I've done this thing before. I'm trying to remember the particular. No, I don't think so. Okay, I think I have it somewhere. Let's just go and check. Overlap arc. Nope. One of these. I'll find it. Okay, glowing arc. Good, glowing arc. So let's just check our glowing arc and see how we did it before, how we were able to. Okay, yeah, image filter. So that's the image filter. That's what it is, not color filter. So it is going to be an image filter. So we'll go image filter dot blur. Sigma x is 10, sigma y is also 10. Let's see. So let's go back to our sun, earth, moon, right? So you can see this is the sigma x. Okay, let's make it much more blur, right? So you can see this is this. So it means let's rename this now to let's rename it to some paint block. So we'll do another some paint, right? We'll do another some paint, and this one is going to sit on top of the old one. So it's going to be the same thing, just that this is going to be painted and without a blur. Okay, so we have something that looks like this. You can see our sun is shining brightly. Good. So we have our 3 paints now. We have our earth part paint, we have our sun paint blur, and we have our let me separate this from this. Okay, so we have our sun paint, which is the one sitting on top. And mind you, if you notice, this sun paint is above this sun paint blur. So it's just like you have on your stack. The way it is drawn is the way it is arranged. So because this one came first, this one is under. If I should take this one above like this, if I should take this one above, it will be drawn under it. You understand? Okay, let me differentiate the color. Let me make this one green, for instance. Let me make it blue, for instance. So you see now that the blue one is under. The sun paint is blue, the color is blue, and it's under. That's why it's not clear. But if I move this thing now down somewhere here, you will see. Oh, sorry, I did the wrong thing. This is not what I meant to do. What I meant to do was change the sun paint color, right? This. Good. So you can see now that the blue is under, is not visible because the sun paint is blue. That is the sun paint. The color is blue. Now if I move this sun paint below, you see it's now on top, right? So that's why I placed this thing on top, so that the color, you see, good, like this now. So it will be sitting on top. So it's just like the way you stack things. So it will be sitting on top like this, right? Now the next thing for us to do is, let's draw the part of our moon, right? We need to draw the part for our moon. Good. So let's just duplicate this earth part. Sorry, earth part. Let's just duplicate earth part and call it moon part. Moon paint part. Good. Almost the same property. Now let's draw it. Remember, it's going to be drawn on top, right? So let's draw it here. So it's going to be what? Moon paint part paint, right? But we want this thing to be smaller. Now there is a catch. Remember that. Let me show you a trick. Remember, we have a boundary like this, right? So when you draw your circle, you have to, when you draw this your earth part, you have to make sure that there is a particular distance from here like this to here. You can call it, you can choose any number you want, like this, a distance like this, so that the part of the earth will just fit like this, right? So that when you draw your moon, when you want to draw the part for your moon, where is this place? When you want to draw the part for your moon, it will fit like this and be on top. Look, you understand what I mean? So that if you draw your part like this, right? Okay, I'm making a mistake. Like this now, like this, right? Good. So this distance that you put here and will be the radius of your moon part. I don't know if it makes sense. This distance that you purposely put here will be the radius for your moon part. You understand? So that, because you know you cannot draw outside the boundaries of your canvas. This is your canvas, right? With a 200 by 200. So you want to make this earth part to be a certain distance from the box itself, right? So that if you do it, that distance that you left will be the part for your moon. That's the idea. So if you notice, I already did it. So this distance minus 100 is the part for my moon. Now let me show you. So if I decide to wrap this thing with a container and give it a color, and say colors dot let's say blue, right? Can you see my earth? Let me make this thing, this thing thicker. Let's use green, for instance. I will still change back. Okay, let's use green and remove this. Let me remove this moon part. It's not thick. Let me thicken it to 10, so it will be very visible. Good. So you can see this thickness, right? Now this thing is bounded by this my container, right? Now the reason why it is as if it's coming out is because of the thickness. If I make the thickness 0.5, you can see, I don't know if it's visible to you guys, but it's visible to me. You can see that part for the distance, for the earth. So if I come here and change where did I draw the earth, right? This is where I drew the earth. Now remember the radius, this is the radius of the circle, right? This is the radius, and you know that the radius of this circle now should be this small radius minus half of the width of the earth. Let me come again. The radius of this my earth part is going to be this small thing here minus size dot width over 2. Exactly. So if I come here and make this thing size dot width over 2, so you will notice that, let me make this thing thicker again. Let me make it this thing like 5, and make here like, let's say 50. Good. So you will see that the radius of my circle, let's come again. You remember that the radius of my circle is the distance to here, right? Now if you find half of the width of the earth, that will be the radius. So if I remove this 50 now, you will see that this is the width of the earth, right? This is the width of the earth over 2. That will give me the radius of this thing. That means the radius started from the middle to somewhere here, right? It started from the middle to somewhere here, or from here to somewhere here. Good. Now we want to remove this small width that we'll use for our moon part. So let's just remove minus 25 from it, so that the radius of this my moon part will be 25. You see it is now small. Okay, let's just make it 20. Good. You see it's now, or let's just make it 10. I don't know, 15. I think 15 is good. Or is it too small? Let's make it 20, not 120, 20. Okay, let's use it like this. Maybe what we can do is to increase this hour. Let's increase this hour, yeah, so it will be a bit bigger, right? So if I make this thing 20, let's make it 25 again. Good. Now you see that we've removed that small distance that we want to use for our moon part, right? This small distance here, we've removed it. Let me return everything back to how it was. Maybe I'll just comment this because I may be needing it later. Let me change this to 0.5, change this to gray. I think we are good, right? We are good. So we still have what we have. The only thing is that we'll now make the adjustment so that we'll accommodate this radius of 25 that we want to use for our moon part, right? So let's now draw our moon. Now to draw the moon part rather, to draw the moon part, this is what the moon part looks like, but you know we want to draw it somewhere here. So first off, our radius must be 50. Is a must. Our radius must be 50 because already we are saying that this is 25. Sorry, our radius must be 25. I don't know what I'm doing. So our radius must be 25 because already we have established that that 25, that small distance we made for our moon part is our 25. So we just did it. Now let's now position it to be somewhere here, somewhere here. So that means our offset will change. Now if you come to this, we want this thing to be at this position, right? We want it to be at this particular position. So how do we get it to be at this position? So we can do the let's here now. If you want to get this distance, this is size dot width minus what, 25. That will get us to this position on the x-axis. So we have size dot width minus 25, right? You see, we'll have this position. Now already the moon part is already on the half of, on the height is already half of the canvas. So that's why it correctly found its position here. So you can see we have our moon part, right? So we have something looking very much like this. Now we want to draw the earth. The earth is green. We want to draw the earth, so we'll follow the same procedure. So this is where we drew the sun. Good. We'll be drawing the earth, right? Let's draw the earth. Sorry, this is the earth. Sorry, let me not use this one. Let me use this one because it's much more similar. So this is the earth. This is the earth paint, right? This is the earth paint, and the color is what? Let's check the color, the green color. Let's use it. We can just use colors dot green. Doesn't even matter. You have seen it, but let me just use colors dot green so that we'll speed up. So this is colors dot green, right? Excuse me. So this is the earth paint. The same thing applies. We want to draw a circle like this. So we'll do this. Now what will be the radius of this my circle? We can use 10 for it, something smaller than 25. We'll adjust. Let's say earth paint. So you see we've drawn our earth, right? We've drawn our earth. Let's make it bigger. Let's make it 15. Okay, it's looking too big. Let's make it 12. Good. 12 is okay. Now we've drawn our earth, right? Now the next thing we need to draw is what? The moon, this small white one here. So the same logic applies. We'll just go one more. We'll do moon paint, right? We'll make it white, right? We'll make it white. Now we want to draw the moon. Now again, the moon is much more smaller. Let's use something like 6. Okay, then we want to draw the moon paint, right? But you can see where it is positioned. It is positioned exactly where the others are, but we don't want that. We want it in such a way that the moon will be somewhere, just somewhere. So our reference point is going to be the circumference of our moon part. That's going to be our reference point. And if that is true, let's say we want to get this position, right? Let's say we want to get this position. What we just need to do is we'll just check what is this position relative to, okay, let's just find it first. So on this place is still the same, thing, right? It's still the same. On the x-axis, our x-axis is correct, but on the y-axis, after you go size dot height over 2, you want to still add 25 to it, which is the radius of your moon part. So we'll just add here. Now we'll just add what? Plus 25. Good. So you see this has already found its way correctly. So you see we've captured this. So the next thing we need to do now is to manage the animation, so that this if you watch this video, you will see that this is moving around. and then the moon is also spinning around it, right? So this is spinning around the moon is spinning around the earth, and then the earth is spinning around this. So we need to find a way to track our movement. But for sake of this video being very long, I'm going to pause this particular one and then I'll start the animation immediately. Right. Thank you guys. I hope you enjoyed the class. I remain Gabriel Araneku. But if you call me Gabi Great, we'll be very good friends.